Yeah, hi. Alrighty, folks, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late night Raw review. Um, so before I start, I know I didn't review NXT, or I mean, like, doesn't matter really. Who the fuck really cares about NXT or NXT, whatever? The fucking they had a deadline trend. Who cares about Collision? I'll try to do a short review tomorrow, or whatever. There's obviously I'm not gonna give a fuck about watching like Collision full on, anyways. I'll try to. I'm trying to catch up with Deadline. Apparently, the show was not bad. Didn't look like a bad show anyway, so I'll definitely try to rewatch it and definitely do reviews when I have the time to. Other than that, so yeah, and I know I don't have my Coca-Cola magnificently to drink it with because I drink a whole lot of Coca-Cola on SantaCon, which is why I didn't watch those shows. And who cares, really? You know what I mean? So yeah, yeah. So anyways, that's yeah. But hope y'all drinking your colas magnificent as more. It's also because I just use some supplements, so I can't really drink at the moment. So anyways, yeah. What was I gonna say? But yeah, that Raw review. So I'll definitely try to do those two videos. SantaCon was cool. You know, I would say probably my first year was a bit better. I think because of like some certain timing issues. Kind of wish that SantaCon was only not one time. But hey, you gotta make it worth. Just definitely let me know why I gotta plan ahead for next year. I think I'm definitely know what I gotta do next year. But overall, met some good people, met some cute girls, meet some good meet some good people. It's good stuff. I'm actually gonna try to like record well, I already recorded some footage. I'm gonna make a vlog and I'm gonna upload it and show it to y'all and definitely talk about my experience with SantaCon. We're gonna definitely talk about that. So, and I definitely want to plan to do other types of videos than just wrestling because wrestling's fucking garbage. Or, I mean, I just want to talk about other things. You know, wrestling just talking about one thing could be freaking boring. Okay, even though I have done that before, but definitely want to try to get into depth with some other topics too. But let's talk about Raw though, because that's the topic of discussion here. Raw was very boring. A very boring show. Despite like Punk being there, right? Punk is on the show, yet he's not the main event. He's not the open. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So this show is very fucking boring. Okay. Like, what the fuck would you think of this show? So bored watching this. I fell asleep during literally, like, so I was tired anyways. I was like tired from coming from SantaCon and shit like that, right? Thankfully, like, I was home on Monday. Didn't need to go anywhere. But seriously, very tired, right? I had like an extra day off, which is awesome. Just literally just trying to even like rest up, and I'm watching this show. It's like, my god, this is so fucking boring. So I don't know what to tell you. So I fell asleep during the first match, and I woke up like early before the show, like, just to get some sleep. So what does that tell you about Jey Uso? So much for him being a main eventer, and like they're basically treating him like, wow. So much for him being main eventer. Like, what does main event Jey Uso supposedly mean? You know what I mean, folks? So, like, who cares? So much for him, you know, having this competitive world title match with fucking Seth Rollins, and yet he struggled to beat fucking McIntyre, whatever. Anyways, show started with main event Jey Uso coming in and say yeet, because he yeet again, because apparently there's some bullshit where there was like some dispute about him not saying yeet, but he could say yeet again, so there's like finalized where he could say yeet again. So he comes out saying, you know, CM Punk's gonna sign, share CM Punk, man, he's gonna sign the contract, yeah, if you want him to be on Raw, say yeah. And then McIntyre comes out and says like, you know, McIntyre, I don't want Punk to be on Raw because I'd rather him be on SmackDown because we know what he's like, because we know how he's like, whatever, and then immediately it leads to McIntyre versus Jey Uso, which you would think like maybe, you know, of this which seems like it's supposedly one of the big matches, the big feuds. Why even though, why is this really again? They're doing this match again. Why is it the opening, and why is it basically kind of the same match already? Like, God forbid, maybe make this match the main event. Make this no disqualification, something, a different stipulation. But no, they're just gonna have the same fucking goddamn match. And this time, I actually really don't care. I fell asleep during because I was already tired, and I didn't care because I already knew like what's the point of giving a fuck about this. McIntyre wins against Jey Uso. So much for Jey Uso, who had a competitive match with Rollins. And what did I tell you? And I forgot to mention this. So he had a competitive match with Rollins, and Rollins beats him, but yet Jey Uso was close to beating Roman Reigns, and Roman needed help to beat Jey. Like, how does that make any goddamn sense? I don't know. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Whatever. Anyways, McIntyre defeats Jey Uso. I don't know. It's whatever. Backstage, you see Damien snaps on Rhea, says he's tired of her disrespecting him, saying that and thinking she's in charge. Rhea says, "That's the problem. I'm thinking about the family, and Priest is only thinking about himself. You gotta prove yourself tonight. I'm gonna prove myself out. My white division is mine, and I'm in charge of Raw, the Judgment Night." Priest says him and Balor will handle the Creed brothers tonight, and I don't care. I don't care. Rhea Ripley defeated, what's her name? Maxine Dupree. The match did not look good from what I've heard, or even like, I was like fucking barely up, and like, and I fucking hear the stupid theme song, like, what the fuck, and like, ugh. And then apparently, like, I'm seeing weird moves. I saw weird moves as fuck up, like, whatever, and I don't care. R-Truth is also backstage, said he wants to decorate the Judgment Day clubhouse. Chad Gable tells Truth that he's not actually a member and to be careful around them. I will say this, and this is a sad thing. I mean, I'm not saying that there was not the Punk thing where when Punk was on the show, he was not good on the show. But how is it that fucking one of the only interesting or funny things on the show is fucking R-Truth? And he's probably the only reason why I somewhat care about the Judgment Day segments, because I really don't care much about Judgment Day. They're just a fucking knock. Like, I'll get it. They're newbies trying to fucking be, establish themselves bullshit, and like, I don't fucking care. Something what Edge said, but it's like, who really cared anyways? It only was interesting when Edge was involved. But like, seriously, who the fuck cares? Who cares? My lord. I don't care. I'm sorry. R-Truth, basically, they're also kind of ripping off the Bloodline with Sami Zayn type of shit, in a sense they were doing. But then, like, I don't fucking care. I don't know. R-Truth was the only thing that made people care. I don't know. So on 9 o'clock, they had Punk come out instead of, I guess, whatever. Punk comes out and says, "I apologize to the fans of Cleveland for walking out 10 years ago." So he basically mentioned because it was 10 years to the day. Well, not to the day, but it was 10 years that it was the same show where he walked out on Raw. So he basically says, "I'm sorry. I love you." Like, okay, you gotta stop with the fucking corny shit, Punk. Really, you gotta stop it. Calm down, please. He talks about how that Cleveland, I love Cleveland. It's a many history with me on this show. I debuted here or whatever. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? How did that fucking happen? The hell? That's so weird. I don't know how that happened. Oh my god. Oh boy. I needed that. Oh man. Anyways. Yeah, so what happened? Punk comes out, he says he loves Cleveland. wow, great. Wow, yeah, you really love Cleveland. All right, we don't care. Talk about how there's a bunch of history to happen in Cleveland, whatever. Um, him losing the world title after getting punked by Orton. Him doing whatever, some fucking shit he mentioned about Cleveland, but then he decided that, you know what, I want to make history, whatever, and I want to, and then he says, you know what, Adam Pearce, you guys made it clear, I'm signing here on Raw, and it's like, okay, it's kind of predictable, because SmackDown gets Orton, and I was like, why does he have to be signed to Raw? And okay, but here's also what's stupid, and I didn't fucking talk about it because, again, it's like I didn't watch NXT. Why the fuck was he even teasing going to NXT? That's so fucking stupid. Like, why even think that? Like, again, didn't this company understand that NXT is developmental, and why are they trying, like, to have Punk? It's so fucking dumb. It's an insult to my intelligence. It's fucking dumb. Okay, it's fucking dumb, but whatever. I don't know what to tell you. Obviously, I get why they're probably trying to get some interest for NXT, but who gives a shit? Anyways, Punk chooses Raw. Kind of was predictable because they're trying to set up him and Rollins, but whatever. And he says, I'm saying, thanks Adam Pearce, whatever. And then Rollins comes out. And this was actually not bad because it's leading to something for the future. So, and, there's been teasing it, they kind of have this, whatever. So, basically, Rollins confronts CM Punk. Rollins says, don't you dare call this place your home. 10 years ago, you abandoned this place. For 10 years, you've been trying to tear this place down. For 10 years, you've been slandering me, so you don't call this place your home. You don't love this, sooner or later, people are going to know who you are, you're going to laugh, but this is your last chance. So he kind of speaks the truth. This was probably Rollins' one of Rollins' best promos in a while. Because he actually spoke the truth. And, it's real life it's not, he's not wrong. And God forbid, he doesn't sound like a fucking retard. He doesn't know, which is what Punk said, that's all he got like, from SmackDown. And you know what? If only Rollins was more like this instead of being some gay, then maybe it'd be more tolerable. So this was definitely Rollins' best promo in like a fucking while. Because my God. And also, it's like, even though when he was coming out, he was doing that, the dancing shit. It was like, stop it, bro. But at least he caught a good promo. It worked. CM Punk got the microphone, I guess because, I don't know why he didn't, like, rip into Rollins, which kind of was disappointing. Like, he should have fucking called him out, but I guess, they're trying to, they think that because they're basically already telling you this is the WrestleMania match they're trying to build. I kind of got the vibe that this were, like, wow, because Rollins comes out, they might just do already this match at the Rumble, which would have been a terrible idea, not necessarily, but, like, if you want to talk about having something come full circle and what Punk's first match should be, it should be at the Rumble. So, and it all comes full circle, like Michael Cole even said on commentary, which is true. Like his last match he had in WWE was in the Royal Rumble. Now he's returning in the Royal Rumble, which that should be his legit first match, and he wins it. So I'm all for it. I'm all for that, definitely. I'm all for that. CM Punk will be in the Rumble and winning. He goes on the microphone and says, "Let me make this perfectly clear. 2 things. I'm entering the Royal Rumble and I will main event WrestleMania. And one of them will be you, perhaps, or whatever." He says that maybe it'll be you. Yeah, and Rollins tells Punk that he hates him and blah blah. Okay, but yeah, eventually, yeah. Punk says this is one and only time he gets to disrespect CM Punk because it's without him, he's gonna get because disrespect CM Punk because without him coming after him or whatever. I don't know. I'm just reading what I'm seeing, but anyways. I don't know. Punk should have, would have been cool to see Punk went off on him. It would have been good. Should have said something and then leaving, but hey. I guess they're trying to build up to that type of shit, but whatever. It is what it is. I did not mind this. I thought this was probably the only good, legit good thing on the show. But didn't save the show. That's for damn sure. Everything else was fucking boring. But yeah, hey, that was the only good thing. It led to something. It's gonna build to something. It's all right. You know what I mean? Bronson Reed defeats Ivar. Big meaty men slapping meat, as fucking these gay wrestling fans saying, and like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Apparently this was a good meaty match, and I don't give a fuck. So tough cookies. Damian Priest meets Punk back. Well, the Judgment Day reach Punk backstage, and whatever he says, whatever happens, just keep in mind he has the money in the bank and cash it or whatever. Whatever. Then eventually see CM Punk walk past Adam Pearce, and then Drew McIntyre comes out, and McIntyre, and then Adam Pearce says, no matter what happens, what can happen, whatever, despite him winning the Rumble or whatever, he says that at day one, the reason why he talked to him, because at Monday Night Raw, it's going to be hyped as Day 1 edition, which is basically going to be their New Year's sort of special on Monday night, so they're calling it Day 1. It's going to be McIntyre versus Rollins for the world title, which, hey, they're at least trying to build up to something. You're not going to have a pay-per-view in December. Why not try to focus on building? Like, this is what I think they should do. They should definitely do something like before Christmas, like maybe a SmackDown. Like, first of all, I'm not saying they should pre-tape SmackDown. They should not. They should definitely maybe whatever. In my honest opinion, they don't need to pre-tape a SmackDown. They really don't. Okay. What they should do is that or pre-tape any show, like whatever is basically like the only thing that's justified if a fucking show is happening, let's say like around the 23rd, or like let's say around the 24th to let's say the 26th, right? Those shows, like there should be no shows around that. Like, you could do a not tape show. You can just basically do a clip show. I'm saying maybe the SmackDown before Christmas and Raw on Christmas, because Raw's gonna be on Christmas this year. Both shows should have like a clip show type of shit, or I don't know. Does SmackDown really need to be not like a live show on SmackDown? Like, why not? Because it's still like what? It's, if you think about it, Christmas vacations don't really start until when they're like the 23rd, 22nd. If you think about it, like it's not Christmas yet. Because still, why not do something anyways? I don't know, for the fans, like, it could be the last show, and then Christmas will be, like, there'll be no show on Christmas type of shit. I don't know. That's what I would do. I know they did a show before New Year's with SmackDown. But anyways, what I'm saying what they should basically do is they should definitely try to make the fucking show before Christmas and the New Year's show big time. I don't know if they're doing I think they're doing it. I don't know if there's a SmackDown before New Year's. I mean, in all honesty, there's no need to. I mean, why not? Like both the Christmas and the New Year's Eve show of like SmackDown. Was it like fucking the SmackDown after Christmas and Raw on Christmas? Like, why aren't they both like not? I don't know. Like, don't have shows at least. I don't know. Everything else could be fucking live and whatever. I don't know. Just that's what I have to say. Like, those two shows could just have no show. Tape stuff, like not tape, but like basically fucking some, clip show type of shit, whatever. What am I trying to say? Basically, try to make those big shows like important. Try to make them like basically like again, like your pay-per-view type of stuff on TV. Must see kind of like special Raws, like a Raw Legends show. Like, I mean, not saying they should do but you know what I'm trying to say. Basically, like how they do Raw roulettes and whatever. And again, that reminds me, like, why the fuck they don't do Raw roulettes anymore when everything in like Las Vegas? Whatever. That's what I'm saying. Basically, they should try to make these shows important, do some title matches and big things going on. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter defeats Indy Hartwell, Lance, Candice LaRue, or who gives a fuck. Punk's talking to Pierce, and then Kofi Kingston comes in and they say, "They're making me crazy, get it?" Because that's what was the stupid commentary, Mike Adamle. And then Kofi says, I don't do that anymore. He's not Jamaican anymore. Which, get it, the joke. And he basically made fun, like, make Ricochet and talks about Chad Gable, whatever. Then Adam Pearce says that, I got plans for the Intercontinental Championship involving you three. He's like, really? I mean, like, really? They're still doing, and it's like, what? They're like the same people. Like, who gives a fuck? Whatever. Anyways, the Judgment Day comes out. They talking about how they rule the Smack Raw and this whatever. How they're the tag champs. Like, I don't give a shit. They all get it. They rule Raw. Whoop-de-doo. I don't give a fuck. Dominic goes to talk. To how the judge, he lost the North American title. I mean, I thought, like, isn't he supposed to be angry? He's not even, I don't know, whatever. Eventually, R-Truth comes out. He's talking about how he wanted to decorate the clubhouse, but then, like, he gets invited to the ring, and he says that JD McDoofy head McGee needs to get off the Judgment Day. I know why he likes him, which is funny. Again, I thought R-Truth is just funny, honestly. I know some people hate R-Truth, but, like, I honestly understand why people find him funny. Just have him be funny. Obviously, he shouldn't be some fucking top star. Just have him be there for the goof, and I would be okay with him, Because, God forbid, like, something enjoyable on this shit. And I actually did not hate this at all. I actually thought, like, you know what? This was actually kind of like, hey, I didn't want to fucking murder myself while watching this. But yeah, R-Truth was funny, and Dane Priest says, you're a funny guy, but I don't like you, and then they all attack him, and then the Creed Brothers makes the saves. Like, who gives a shit about the Creed Brothers? They're only doing this to get it. They're gonna face the Judgment Day, and I don't give a fuck. Johnny Gargano to Master Ciampa backstage. Gargano's fired up about being in his hometown. Who gives a shit? And then they all talk about how are they okay with having this mystery partner teaming up with them and like whatever. It's like, oh, he's for the job bullshit. And then whoever teams up with you, Imperium comes to like it's probably the dumbest person. But who would be team up with you losers or geeks? And I mean, is Gunter not wrong? I don't know. Well, yeah, before that, Imperium was getting, like, oh, get it, you're gonna embarrass your boss type of shit. I don't fucking know. It turns out that mystery partner is The Miz. Wow. Who gives a shit? Wait, this happened. Well, anyways, before this, well, I mean, I'll just go ahead, like, Miz and DIY defeated Imperium, and I don't care. The Miz defeated, I don't know, one of the Imperium guys, so Gunter's angry, so they're clearly going to do another match with him and Gunter or whatever. It is what it is. I don't care really, but hey, whatever. Yeah, they had cheap pop in Cleveland. I don't care. I guarantee you no one's going to care about no one's going to fucking care about Johnny Gargano outside of his fucking hometown. Let's be for real. Before that, Becky Lynch and Nia Jax have a confrontation. Becky Lynch comes out talking about how, Nia Jax made her a star or whatever. While Nia Jax was gone, they have history. She got fired after disrespecting women. Blah blah blah. Anyone you've been in the ring with was injured, hospitalized. Hell, you almost ended a few careers. And Nia Jax comes down and talks about how, oh, I'm not fired anymore. I just might have punched you again. Told Becky how she needs this match more than she does. And Nia is crazy to think that Becky needs her. And then but then, Becky, I made a event to WrestleMania. You do, and then yeah, guess what, bitch? Your WrestleMania main event was like the worst main event in fucking history. I will go on to say it. Fucking that triple threat women's match was the worst main event in WrestleMania history. It was. It fucking was. That match not only ended in a botch-filled mess, it was shit. Nobody cared. It was the worst. And people are going to go on to say the worst main event of WrestleMania was Hogan winning the title. Shut up. It was a good moment at the time. People cared about Hulk Hogan. it was just a sports argument to hate on Hulk Hogan. Okay, so fuck off. Oh wow, guys! Next week, fucking 2 tag title matches is happening. One for the man, one for the women, and that's really intriguing. Like, who gives a shit? That's our big match, the main event. That's our big match to carry next week. I don't give a fuck. Gunter's backstage with The Miz, says he accepts Miz for another match for the IC title, and if he loses, he could no longer challenge for the IC title ever again, as long as Gunter's champion. So, yeah. I don't know. So there's some stakes involved. This is going to be like Miz's last chance to win the IC title before, like, Gunter loses it again. Which, you know, doesn't mean he's gonna win, because like what? Like they said, as long if let's say if he fucking loses, he can never challenge for the IC title ever. Then you know, then maybe he has a chance of winning. I don't fucking know. I mean, in the end of the day, why does the Miz need an IC title again? It's not that honestly will matter, but hey, he's still gonna probably win in the future now. But like, he's not gonna fucking beat Gunter, that's for sure. Definitely they should save this match for like maybe day 1, I'm guessing. I don't fucking know. Anyways, our main event. So literally, this show literally has no set main eventers. We went from the days of fucking like guys like Stone Cold opening and ending the show. You know, our main eventers. Now we're ending with mid-card shit. This is such a fucking stupid mid-card shit. Like really, this is the match, the main event of the show. So, Cody Rhodes defeated Nakamura by disqualification, which I had no problem with disqualification, but great. Like, really? We're going to need to another match with these two? Like, who gives a shit anyways? Nakamura lost because, get it, he used the poison mist, which is now red. So, God forbid, no blood. WWE's logic is no blood, but we'll get fucking, you know, bloody mist, right? Whatever. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Nor do I care. So, Cody Rhodes gets sprayed with the mist. He's struggling to fight. During the match, there were like fucking botches. So, like, whatever. I think there was like a botch when Cody did a cutter. And I don't fucking know. I don't know if that's real or not. I know, do I care. Anyways, that happened. And, yeah. Then the show ended with Nakamura beating him up. Then the Creed Brothers comes out. They're like, who gives a shit? Why are they coming out? Why? Who cares? Like, are you really trying to establish, like, oh, they're buddy with, who cares? No one, there was never established, like, why should we care? Then after that, Cody was walking and he gets hit, and King shots up with fucking Nakamura, and that's at the end of the show, and I don't care. What a uninteresting show this was. And literally, this show literally, like, not only that, it's like, wow, the whole Punk and Rollins thing gets overshadowed of how boring this show was. So I'm very bored from this show. This show sucked. Garbage. And I don't know what to really say. That was Raw for you. I'm tired. Fuck this show, man. Can't wait for this show. I guess that's the problem, huh? Like, when you have no pay-per-view on December anymore. Even though I have honestly no problem with that. I think that's great. You don't need to worry about a fucking pay-per-view where they're just gonna run. Even though, maybe, you know, they would bother to try to do something exciting, then it'll be okay. I don't know. But, like, they really need to try to make these fucking shows exciting. Like, you can't be lazy. This is an opportunity. But again, this is the problem with wrestling now. This is an opportunity where you have 2-month build for Royal Rumble, and you should try to make these shows very exciting, where you should try to also make, you know, your holiday shows very exciting right now. Now, like, who gives a shit? Like, really, this is what's going on? These are our exciting shows that's happening? Really? These are the exciting shows you're doing? Like, come on here. These are not exciting shows. These are not star powers. Like, my God. Like, I don't know what the fuck are y'all doing. Anyways, that's the show for you. I don't care. Oh, yeah, it's better. Like, again, the lack of, like, a preview in December maybe hurts it, but, like, this is an opportunity to make your shows care. At least the good news is you don't need to see TLC in the end of the pay. Like, really? Like, why are you gonna do a fucking stupid TLC show, right? anyway, I guess that's that's the best thing. Like you don't need to forcefully do that shit. But anyways, so so that's fucking what's Raw, and I don't care. Raw was boring. Fuck Raw. I'm just keep real. Get your games closed magnificently. Well, I don't have it at the moment, but drinking magnificently, folks, in honor of me. Aspire me some bitches go, oh shit, oh shit. That's what I'm gonna say. Until next time, peace. Yeah, bye. Show was fucking boring.